Yo, what up, Raider Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Raider Ragu Show. Please get a like, share, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Please put it on auto download wherever you get your podcast from, whether it be Spotify, Apple Pods, or anywhere else. Throw it on auto download for your boy. And last but not least, let's not forget our sponsor, SheBangBoutique.com. SHEE Bang Boutique.com. Go over there and get yourself some girl something unique. All right, so Raider Nation, it went down today. They fired Petey, got him on out of here day after the season ended. And, man, I was thinking for 1 minute they was going to keep him. Then as the writing became a little bit clear, like in my last episode, I was saying that I do believe he probably was going to be getting fired, and he did. And rightfully so, bro. Let's talk about that at first, all right? For anybody that feels like he got done wrong or is getting done wrong, you cannot come into a situation that was bad and make it worse with no plan. So Petey came in, if you remember, just keep it 1,000 while. He was talking about winning right now. He's talking about he didn't want no ratchet up time. He's not looking for no rebuild. He thinks he can win a bunch of games right now with this team. Then he proceeded to construct the team like he wanted it. He went and got Eugene. He went and got some of the taller DBs like Stokes and Chin, guys that weren't on the team. He drafted Darian Porter, who was another tall corner, right? They chose not to re-up Spillane, Robert Spillane. They chose not to re-up Hobbs. They chose not to re-up Trayvon Merrick. They chose not to re-up Divine Diablo. They replaced these guys with in Divine and Spillane's case with White and Roberts. Landon Roberts and Devin White. Devin White led the team in tackles. Devin White didn't have a perfect season, but he led the team in tackles. He balled. I believe he got the most tackles in a Raider season or something. So can't say Devin White wasn't a good pickup. Landon Roberts, he had a decent season, man, but he showed why he was available last year, why he's on a 1-year deal, is because he can't really cover anybody. Today's NFL, you can't just play linebacker, scraping and going sideline to sideline. You got to be able to cover, or they will expose you. As soon as that offensive coordinator sees you out there on the field, he's going to go at you. So Roberts, although you're a good linebacker, I would say darn good against the run. I don't think that you were better than Spillane. I really don't even think you was better than Diablo, to be honest with you. You covered the stuff to run a little better than Diablo, but you definitely couldn't cover like him. So then they didn't re-sign Merrick. Merrick's going to the playoffs on the Carolina Panthers team that he was a big part of. We chose to start Polamalu, and they went and got Chin. Chin wasn't a bad pickup, but just think Chin and Merrick, right? So, these are the guys that you just let walk out the building. Just think Chin, Merrick, Porter, Stokes, Hobbs, right? There's better DBs right there. That's a better defense right there, bro. But anyway, right? Petey convinced us these were the moves to be made. They did that whole moving JPJ to guard thing, like they knew best. As it turns out, we know now that his son is not a good O-line coach, right? And that probably was not for the best. And yeah, man, it just didn't work out. They didn't sign Jacoby. They let him. They traded him to Jacksonville, and he ends up signing for $20 million a year, which is a bargain for a receiver of his caliber in this day and age. For a number one receiver, is what he was on the Raiders. 20 mil was a bargain, but they chose not to re-sign him. Now he proceeds to go out there and go 3-13. My bad, 3-14. AP and the staff from last year, which was a bad season, they won 4 games, right? And I want to say they lost the last game. So they had already won 5 games by week 16 or week 17, whereas Pete Carroll's team needed a last-second field goal against a depleted Chiefs team to win 3. Really, you came a 60-yard Carlson field goal away from being 2-15. And you simply can't do that. You're supposed to get better, not worse. You said it wasn't a rebuild. You wasn't tearing down nothing to build back up. You said you could go from here and go up. And you came out and fell on your face, Pete. You won 2 games. Yeah, 3, but last second 60-yard kick. And like my homie Fame said, shout out to Fame, that Andy Reid called the timeout and let you get set up too. So, whatever, man. Petey's out along with his sons. Haven't got the word on Patrick Graham yet, but I believe this time around they're gonna clean house, man. And if the new head coach wants Patrick Graham to stay around, then he will. If he doesn't, then he won't, is what I'm guessing. Um, so, yeah, man, that's it. The Raiders moved on from Pete Carroll today, fired him, and the coaching search begins for the Raiders. I'm sure that they want to talk to a couple of guys that are still coaching. So not sure how that's going to work. Are those teams going to allow access to those coaches while preparing for the playoffs? Usually they do. We'll see. Only name I really heard so far is Kubiak from Seattle, the offensive coordinator. So we will, keep an eye on the situation and see what the Raiders are going to decide to do with the coach, with the head coaching position. I want them to hire the coach sooner rather than later. But if you need to wait on some teams to finish their playoffs, I can understand that as well. So, yeah, man, that's it, man. I ain't going to hold you. Pete Carroll got fired. Just win, baby. Peace.